Flat markets at supplier increases. Are there any justification? If plastic resin costs are a huge part of your P&L, you need this update today. My name is Michael Workman and this is Resin Market Moves. Today is August 4th. And let's start in polyethylene, where producers are aiming for 5 to 7 cents a pound of increases on contracts, pointing to higher ethylene feedstock costs, which have crept up to 26 cents a pound last week. June inventory draws look a bit scary, but year over year stock remains elevated. Raw material costs are indeed up, but ramping supply is staying ahead currently. The recommended action here is to push back, ask suppliers for feedstock justification for any increases, and continue to benchmark against verified transactional data where possible. Now in polypropylene, spot PP is up half a penny a pound due to monomer tightness, but inventories are still relatively stable. We did see the contract market settle for the month of July down a penny a pound, and that's due to soft demand and supply rebounding. Several players have pushed 3 cent a pound increase here for August, but currently we feel that that's unsupported. So continue to push back, lock in a smart Q3 position, and remember to use predictive polypropylene models such as the one here that we have at ResinSmart. Now in polystyrene, spot prices were up a little over a penny a pound, and that was due to benzene feedstock costs being elevated. But demand and production are still very weak. Testament to that is that the operating rates remain in the mid-50s, which is very low, and imports are filling in the gaps. We're recommending to reject any increase attempts in polystyrene and lock in flat contract terms. Continue to benchmark yourselves against any polystyrene transactional data that's out there. Now in the engineered resins, ABS was up slightly amid some shifting supply, but inventories continue to remain very balanced, especially with the import situation. And now with South Korea 15% tariff being solidified with the deal that was struck with the Trump administration last week, at least there's some clarity with ABS purchases. Polycarbonate demand continues to slide. Any proposed increases out there have not materialized. Recommending to continue to have a balanced ABS sourcing strategy with an import option post-tariff, and in polycarbonate continue to hold pricing hurricane season, and we can arm yourselves for a future push for a reduction as we move into Q4 with demand continuing to be very slow. PVC inventories rose 67 million pounds and pricing sank year over year on weak export demand. PET had a slight spot pullback in Q2, even as the feedstock situation continues to tighten. Producers haven't pushed too hard here. We're recommending folks, if you haven't already, pre-book your Q3 PET needs and continue to monitor PET and PVC with the weather situation as we approach getting into the throes of hurricane season here. So in closing, resist unsupported hikes in most resins, secure PET and PVC volume early before feedstocks continue to increase, and leverage flat pricing in resilient segments, especially where you have contract renewals coming to pass. Remember to use data, not hearsay, not dialogue, to negotiate. And with over 3 billion pounds of real market pricing behind your strategy, we can help. If you want a custom benchmark today, reach out with a DM. We can review your resin portfolio. It takes just a few days, and many clients uncover over 10% savings, no product change needed. All right, everybody, have a great week out there. We'll talk to you soon. Cheers.